What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's talk about Dalvin Cook. Did he just play his last game with the Minnesota Vikings? Let's talk about it. Before we get started, I have a series of videos of players getting cut this offseason coming. I just think Dalvin Cook, talented player, and he's kind of a borderline guy, so he deserves his own video. But I do have a series of videos coming: part 1, part 2, part 3. And it's going to mainly feature 5 players per video. I'm not going to put all in one video. I'm gonna extend it out, stretch out a little bit, and it's going to be 5 players per video who I believe will get cut by their team this offseason, and normally because of just being a cap casualty. Like Dalvin Cook, who could be a cap casualty. But let's get to the main part of the video, and that's Dalvin Cook. Um, he had a pretty good season. Wasn't great as I thought. I'm on record prior to the season starting. I said the Vikings will have a top 5 to top 7 offense, and they're just around that area. They were a very good offense, but Cook was one of the more weaker spots in my opinion. He's too off and on. Just not consistent enough, not reliable enough, not good as he was back in 2019 and 2020. So if you don't know, Dalvin Cook, star running back for the Vikings, was drafted in 2017. Missed most of that year with a torn ACL, I believe, midway through the year or some part earlier during the year. Came back, pretty decent year the next year, but then 2019, 2020 was when Dalvin became really elite. Really from where it seems like now, really was his prime years, 2019 and the year 2020. But after that, though, I mean, he's one of the more overrated backs in my opinion the last couple years. He's due for a big game, and it just can't seem to find him. And he's due a lot of money. If the Vikings were to cut him right now, they would save about 6 or 7 million. If they cut him after June 1st, and which you'll see in my series of videos coming soon about players getting cut. So you have pre-June 1st and post-June 1st cut. Pre-June 1st happens sometimes, but you will see teams angle and wait and stretch it out until post-June 1st because just like Dalvin Cook's case, teams get to save more money. So like I said, for Dalvin Cook, if you cut him right now, the Vikings cut him right now, they get to save only 8 million, 6 to 7, 8 million, somewhere around that range, 6 to 8 million. If they cut them post June 1st, they save 11 million. So that's the thing there. It might be later on during the off season, but Dalvin Cook is definitely in danger to be cut. And I think a couple players from this team, the Vikings might not look the same as they did last year or this past season. Eric Kendricks is definitely in the running. He might be one of my videos. Adam Thielen, the most beloved Viking, I believe right now, he could be one of my videos soon. He's definitely up to being cut as well. They're all big name players, good players, but for whatever reason, and they all have their different reasons, in my personal opinion, why they should be cut. But I think Cook should be on his way out. You have a guy behind him, Alexander Madison. I like him a lot. He's not as good as Cook, but Cook isn't just over the moon, way better than him. He's not, Madison isn't bad. So he's only on a contract for 1.2 million. So if you bring him in, well, he's on a contract next year too. So you keep him. So if you keep him, maybe he be a spot starter, throughout the year and bring in a good backup behind him, or you go back committee, or you could just draft Jahmyr Gibbs, or Bijan Robinson or someone like that, and because you always find good backs second, third, fourth round, so that's not uncommon, that's not unlikely, so that's definitely possible. But yeah, I think Cook, who's great talent, great ability still, just doesn't have a minimum for whatever reason to really give you that big game that's needed in certain moments. Now, don't get me wrong, Cook has had great moments during this season. That run against the Colts, was a screen pass, I believe. That screen pass to give That great comeback versus the Colts a couple weeks ago was amazing. He had a big run versus the Bills, a big run versus the Dolphins. So, I watch the Vikings games. I like them a lot. They're not my team, but I do like them. And, Cook has definitely had moments, but it's not like those moments come often. And that's the main problem. And I say his numbers were pretty decent. Not bad at all. 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Cool. It's cool. Nothing crazy, and that's the thing. He's still serviceable. Obviously, he's more than serviceable. But if you asking him to take over and be the guy, be number one hands down, I don't know. I don't know if he can do it still. I really don't know. So, but as I said, the speed is still there. He's a good, powerful runner. He's all you want in a running back. Decent blocker, but it's just not clicking to where he's giving you the big output that he really needs to help his team out. When you have the passing game kind of struggling, or Jefferson being locked down, or Kurt's not accurate during the moment, you can't really go to Cook and say, "Hey, give us something," because 9 times out of 10, he can't take over and lead the team. He'll give you good spots, good moments, good spurts, but he can't really be the danger that you need to kind of have a balanced offense, and that's the thing. So 11 mil, I will look after June 1st for Cook to be cut. If you keep him, that would probably mean, because the Vikings are kind of tight on cap space, they would probably have to cut Smith, the safety, probably cut Thielen, and they probably had to cut Kendricks. That's probably be my three if they do keep Cooks. But if they not Cooks, excuse me, Cook. But if they let go Cook, they might can save Thielen. They have Osborne, draft another young wide receiver, and have him in the waiting for next year for 2025 season, and then Thielen can be on his way out. Pay Jefferson, keep Osborne as a number 2 or number 3 guy, and rock out from there. You have Hawkinson too, so there might not be a real need to have Thielen anymore. Bring in another young guy, boost up Osborne. So the Vikings, some of their big name vets could definitely be on the move, or you could see some contract restructuring. That's definitely possible. So either way, something could happen, or probably will happen with some of these Vikings players. But I think Cook is the one to circle. Some people think he's safe. I don't think so. I think he's one of the ones that could be out. He's getting a lot of money for limited production. Good production, but not great production. But he's getting pretty good running back money. So we'll see what happens there, man. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.